Muslims think they run into a building, I'm safe. Christians, everybody, Jews, everybody thinks a building saves us. Joseph ﷺ was in prison. Was that a place of worship? That was supposed to be for the worst people on the planet. Yet he was interpreting the dreams of the king, helping transform people from darkness to light. In a place that nobody want to be. So no one can blame anyone about anything. Because we come here with everything. Yet we don't believe it. We don't trust it. Even a bird that's recently been hatched don't have but a minute before the mother push them out the nest. And they up high. Their whole thing is that they either gonna fly or they gonna die. And here we are walking around, crawling around. We have the ability that every animal that we see, we can fly, we may do anything, everything. We may go every place. There's no place where Shaitan has not been. He's been all the way around all the planets, and he's definitely been around all through the universe. He's been all around through the heavens. And yet he still has bad adab. Still has bad manners. He never looked into himself and saw that he did not have that Adam ﷺ had in him. It was Allah Almighty in Adam that gave him the superiority, because he was an eternal being from his Lord, witnessing to his Lord's being. That's why we're here, to witness Allah Almighty existence in ourselves. He is our provider, our sustainer, our cherisher. He's our breath, our life. And yet we doubt ourselves. That we blame somebody else for what we lack or our own doubts. And so the wrath, curse come on us in the way of pain. And that's why we have so many alcoholics. We have so much decadence in our society. Everybody else is going outside themselves to try to ease that pain because they're blaming somebody else. They're not returning to their Lord in themselves and saying, "Oh my Lord, help me." They're not turning humbly to their Lord and say, "Oh my Lord, I am a weak servant. Help me, please." No, we say, "Oh, if your Lord was the Lord, then he wouldn't have this doing that." That's Shaitan. That's why we stay in pain. If God knew me, then he'd know what I want and what I need. This is bad adab. And even if you go around the world and go to Hajj 100,000 times with that kind of mentality, you'll never reach nothing. You'll never transform. It's an inside job. That's all the prophets came to say to us. It's an inside job. Listen to the broadcasting from your Lord, because your heart are the wrappings that contain the wisdom of Allah Almighty. Don't use your mind to create illusions. Use it to perceive the reality in yourself. Then make it a habit, and that's why Allah gave us worship. Worship gives us a habit of guarding the wrappings that guard our heart so Shaitan cannot unwrap that. and go and take our conversations and block our sustenance from ourselves. Allah take our, Shaitan take our power and use it against us. Make us a slave to us. From our treasures, make us work for our treasures, paying him. And what we do, we get fed up, we run outside of ourselves. We get high. Get high with the help of my friends. Or we do something crazy. We want something outside of ourselves to make us feel good. Get us a drink, get us a dope, become promiscuous. I just want to feel good. To take the pain away. All it does is deepens the pain, because now you got the pain of guilt. Now you're going to blame somebody else. You shouldn't have made me do that. It is your fault. Man, this is how we do. This is what we do. And that's why we never transform. That's why we never grow and develop. We always stay children. If we're 90 or 100 years old, we're still babies because we never grew up. Always sucking our thumb. Always acting like a baby. Crying because somebody didn't give us something. Blaming somebody for something that we didn't get. Acting like something that we're not. Then dying that way. Allah said, don't you die like that. I didn't send you like that. I said, don't you coming back here, bro? You ain't supposed to come back here, bro. Who you been listening to? Who you been turning to? Who's your Lord? Because there's no place, it don't matter where we are, what we are doing. If we're with our Lord is with us, it's paradise. You don't have to leave nowhere to be with your Lord. We just have to humble ourselves and say, oh my Lord, please forgive me. Help me for real, because I'm weak. Then Allah Almighty opens up, sends you the thoughts to train the mind, to get the body to start working to guard the soul. There starts the transformation. Next time you see yourself, next 6 months to a year, you're not the same person that you started off with. All great people go through transformations. They don't have no illusion about themselves. They're very, very honest and true to themselves. They look at their weakness and say, I can do what I can do, and I can go where I need to help, but oh my God, please help me. They are humble people. They are the greatest people on the planet. Allah loves them because of their humility. They are powerful. And we should be like them. That's our strive. Shaitan is harder. He just running around. He ain't got nothing but to trick us. That's all he got. All he got is a slow left hook, because he can make us look all kinds of ways. He still hit us with it because we don't duck. We don't duck. We never see it. He got us so razzle and dazzle looking somewhere else that he hit you, bam, again. We think he fast. But that's the illusion of ourselves. He has dummied us down. We become fools for Shaitan. A fool in love with the devil, who is our avowed enemy. How does one fall in love with the enemy? And that's why we ache. That's why our hearts break. Because we fake. We just perpetrate imitation till death call us. Then it's a whole nother thing. Oh Lord, I don't want to die. So and so died. Oh Lord.